What's up, Narco? Yo, what's good, YouTube? How y'all niggas doing, man? So look, today we got a YouTube video called All 12 Boxing Styles Explained. Now, I ain't no fighter, clearly, but I've seen niggas that fight, and I know what hard punches look like. So let's see what the fuck, how many different, I didn't even know it was 12 styles. I thought there was Southpaw and motherfucking, what's that other shit called? Orthodontist? Orthodontist, I think. But this nigga got a whole bunch of other shit, so, hey, let's get educated on boxing.
Outboxer. Outboxers, or pure boxers,
Outboxers
base their style on distance, accuracy, and movement. The goal is to land clean punches while staying out of reach, using quick jabs, straight shots, and lateral footwork to control the fight. Rather than trading at close range, they make opponents miss and then answer with sharp counters. Caleb Plant shows this approach in today's boxing. He works behind a steady jab, snapping it out to disrupt rhythm, and then following with short
Oh, ain't nothing better than a gun, nigga. Nah. Cause that's the thing about fighters, bro. That's why I don't fuck with people. That's why y'all shouldn't fuck with people, y'all. Cause you don't know who's a fighter and who's not. And if you ain't got it on you, nigga, don't fuck with nobody, bro. That's why I'm chill with everybody I meet, bro. You know what I'm saying?
My nigga said
I like you want to learn how to fight.
A car crash.
A car crash? I don't think you fight car crashes, bro. Like, I think that's a durability feat right there. I don't think that's a strength feat. Like, a gun is a strength feat. Like, running them over with a car, now that's something. But, like, if they in a car crashing,
his footwork keeps him circling and creating angles. So even when his opponent tries to press forward, the exchanges end on Plant's terms. This ability to strike and exit safely is what defines the modern outboxer. Floyd Mayweather Jr. took the style to its highest level. His balance, timing, and defensive positioning made him one of the hardest fighters to hit cleanly. Mayweather used economical punch output, landing only when openings appeared, while denying opponents chances to counter.
Ain't that just called counterpunching? Ain't that what that's literally called? Just counterpunching?
He controlled tempo through precision, not volume, forcing opponents to chase while absorbing little damage. Swarmer. Swarmers are defined by constant pressure and high punch output. Instead of waiting for openings, they close distance quickly and force the fight to stay at close range. Their aim is to overwhelm opponents with volume and intensity.
The 12 styles of boxing explained.
Taking away the space needed for careful setups or counters. This style relies on...
Why the fuck they show that? What the fuck?
Stamina and toughness, since swarmers must keep advancing even when they take punches in return.
God damn, nigga. Boy, got hit with a clean one too.
Mike Tyson is the most famous example of a swarmer at heavyweight.
Nah, that nigga Mike, that ass got him motherfucking shit and just That nigga Mike didn't play no fucking games though, bro. Oh yeah, happy new year to everybody, by the way. I hope y'all niggas had a good one. It's just another day, to be honest. But yeah, man. Lydia, what's good?
Using a compact bob and weave, he...
My nigga said
like,
happy new
this
year,
nigga...
fat boy.
I don't know why you calling me fat, but okay. This nigga Mike used to be scary as fuck, bruh. Like, going to one of his fights, I heard, was like kind of not worth it because the nigga would just knock motherfuckers out in the first round and get over with. But seeing this nigga box must have been crazy if he ever went.
Slipped incoming punches as he moved forward, then attacked with explosive hooks and uppercuts. Tyson's pressure was immediate from the opening bell, cutting off the ring and giving opponents little time to think or reset. His ability to stay low, close distance, and strike...
Nuclear bomb?
Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. If you had a nuclear bomb sitting right in front of you, it's not armed or nothing, and you had prime Mike Tyson ready to fight you, which one would you rather fight?
Made him one of the most dangerous inside fighters in history. Naoya Inoue demonstrates how the swarmer style works in the lighter divisions. He presses forward behind fast combinations. He shows how swarmers win through relentless aggression and controlled chaos. Counterpuncher. Counterpunchers...
Okay, so these
My
are
nigga
counter
said,
punches.
what if I have a nuclear bomb strapped to me and I fight prime Mike Tyson?
You gonna lose, nigga. The bomb is probably heavier than you.
Build their style around timing and anticipation. Instead of leading, they wait for the opponent to make the first move, then exploit the opening with precise counters. This requires sharp reflexes and the
Nah, bro. To be able to like straight punch a nigga through his fucking guard like that, god damn. Bro.
Ability to read patterns in an opponent's rhythm. The advantage of counterpunching is efficiency, landing clean, damaging shots while making the other fighter pay for aggression. Canelo Alvarez is a clear example of a modern counterpuncher. He uses subtle head movement.
Mike Tyson, and after he wins, he goes to town on you.
We talking about you fighting Mike Tyson. I ain't never said I wanted to fight Mike Tyson. You the one trying to compare that nigga to a nuclear bomb, bruh. I ain't seen none of that.
And slips to create small openings, then answers with fast, powerful hooks and uppercuts. Canelo is patient, often letting opponents throw combinations that glance off his guard or miss entirely, before punishing them with a single well-timed counter. His knockouts of fighters who overextended themselves show how dangerous this style can be when combined with power. Gervonta Tank Davis uses a different but equally effective version of counterpunching. He often starts slowly, studying his opponent's rhythm while staying defensively responsible. Once he identifies a pattern, he unleashes explosive counters, usually with his left hand. His knockout of Leo
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, to be a fighter, you gotta be ambidextrous as fuck, bro. But nah, like I was saying, to be a real fighter, you gotta be ambidextrous, bro. You gotta be able to let that motherfucking left go. Nigga, my left hand been fucked up for years, so ain't no way I...
Santa Cruz with a single uppercut as Santa Cruz overcommitted is one of the clearest examples.
He left that bitch out there too long. He left that hing out there too long, bro.
Davis shows how counterpunchers can control fights through patience, timing, and sudden bursts.
Oh yeah, you knew they had to show the one where he knocked down Ryan. All you niggas just saying goon, bro. Narco, when was you born, bro? What year was you born in? And no, it's not because I gooned too much, nigga. I had glass and shit rip open my fucking arm when I was a kid. So some of my nerves got damaged. This hand been fucked up ever since. I'm reacting to this video right here.
Of power. Slugger. Sluggers rely on raw power and heavy punches.
Damn, Mike in this category too?
To overwhelm opponents. Unlike outboxers, who depend on movement and precision, sluggers aim to end fights early by landing damaging shots. Their strategy is straightforward. Trade accuracy and defense for knockout potential.
Yeah, so they be changing their body.
This makes them dangerous at any moment, since a single clean punch can change the outcome of a fight. David Benavidez is a modern fighter who fits the slugger description. He overwhelms opponents with aggressive combinations, often standing in range and throwing...
Damn, nigga! I ain't gonna lie, I never thought you could ever get a combo like that off in real life, bro. It shows I don't watch boxing like talking about. Cause nigga, this is like some Looney Tunes shit right here, bruh. He
overwhelms opponents with aggressive combinations, often standing in range and throwing with full power. Benavidez is less concerned with conserving energy.
God damn, he working that nigga chin, boy.
Or avoiding counters, trusting his strength and durability to carry him through exchanges. His ability to break down fighters with steady, punishing offense shows how the slugger approach can dominate over multiple rounds. Anthony Joshua demonstrated a similar style in the early part of his career. As a heavyweight with significant size and strength, he focused on controlling opponents with his jab before unleashing powerful right hands and uppercuts. His early wins ended in knockouts within the first half of fights, reflecting his emphasis on decisive punching. Joshua's reliance on power made him a classic modern slugger, capable of ending contests suddenly when open.
Nah, that motherfucker throwing them hands, bro. I'm telling you, hey, boxing ain't no
openings
joke,
appeared.
Bro.
Boxer puncher. Boxer punchers.
What the fuck does that even mean? That's like the whole thing you do in boxing is punching, nigga. Now, you know what? Let me let him explain this. Let me let him explain this. He might say some shit. I might look stupid for this. Hold up.
Combine the technical skills of an outboxer with the power of a slugger. This style is versatile, allowing the fighter to adapt depending on the opponent. They can work at long range using the jab, but they can also step inside to exchange and rely on power to finish fights. The strength of a boxer puncher lies in balance.
Damn.
They can switch between defense and offense, speed and power, depending on what the situation requires. Manny Pacquiao is one of the clearest examples of a boxer puncher. He used his southpaw stance, foot speed, and fast combination. Pacquiao's ability to dart in knockdowns and knock aggression. Errol spins.
What the fuck? Whoa, hold on. If y'all got some YouTube videos y'all want me to watch, put them in the Discord underneath the do we have a reaction channel? Just put them in the general chat.
Speed and power, depending on what the situation requires.
Wait, yeah, we got a reaction channel. Put them in the reaction channel. Get that shit,
Pacquiao
bro.
is one of the clearest examples of a boxer puncher. He used his southpaw stance, foot speed, and fast combination. Pacquiao's ability to dart in knockdowns and knock aggression.
Whoever edited this part of the video need their ass beat for real. Whoever did that to this man video.
Errol Spence Jr. represents the same style in a modern form. He works behind a strong jab and steady fundamentals, but he also breaks opponents down with heavy body shots and accurate straight punches. Spence is patient and methodical, keeping fights under control until he finds the right moment to increase pressure. His balance of technical skill and power makes him a classic boxer puncher who can adjust to any opponent's strengths.
Switch hitter.
Switch hitters are fighters who can operate effectively from both orthodox and southpaw stances. This ability creates strategic advantages by forcing opponents to adjust to different angles and punch trajectories.
Yeah, I was finna say that nigga was on the side on working this shit, bro, and he couldn't turn right there. Okay.
A switch hitter
I ain't gonna lie, this might be my favorite style right here so
can
far.
change stance mid-fight to neutralize an opponent's strengths, open new lines of attack, or break rhythm. Success
yeah, that nigga doing the shakies right
lies
there,
an opponent's strengths, open new lines of attack, or break rhythm. Success with this style requires comfort in both stances, strong fundamentals, and the awareness to know when to switch. Terence Crawford is the most recognized
I done heard this nigga before.
modern example. He often begins fights in an orthodox stance, using his jab to measure distance and read timing. As the fight develops, he shifts into southpaw, where his power shots become more dangerous. Crawford's ability to switch seamlessly while maintaining balance makes him unpredictable, and many of his biggest wins have come after a mid-fight stance change that exposed openings. Jaron Boots Ennis shows how natural this skill can look in a younger fighter. He moves between orthodox Boots and
Is it just me or do that nigga got a lazy eye a little bit? It's just me, right? Nah, I think it's just me. Nah, hold up. This one right here looking at something else, bro.
Shows how natural this skill can look in a younger fighter. He moves between orthodox and southpaw almost without pause, throwing combinations comfortably from either side. Ennis uses stance switches not only to attack, but also to defend, stepping away from danger while creating new angles for counters. His fluidity demonstrates the potential of a true switch hitter to control pace and confuse opponents at every range. Defensive specialist. Defensive specialists focus on avoiding damage while patiently creating opportunities to score. Their style is built on head movement, footwork, and precise positioning. The goal is to make opponents miss, frustrate them, and gradually take control as openings appear. This approach requires patience and discipline, as defensive fighters often throw fewer punches, relying instead on efficiency and accuracy. Pernell Whitaker is one of the best-known defensive fighters in
Pernell Whitaker. He like one of them old school boxers, bro. He ain't got no teeth. He got some
boxing history. His head movement and footwork allowed him to slip, duck, and pivot away from punches with ease. Opponents often found themselves swinging at air, while Whitaker countered with sharp, clean shots. His ability to neutralize aggression and win rounds through defense alone made him one of the most difficult fighters of his era to face. Andre Ward showed a more modern version of the defensive style. He used excellent timing, positioning, and clinching to limit his opponent's offense. Ward often disrupted rhythm with quick steps inside, smothering attacks before they could develop, then landing accurate counters or working in the clinch. Ward's control of distance and rhythm.
Hey, so I got a question though, right? In boxing, say you know what I'm saying, you up with a nigga, right? Can you punch that nigga arm out the way to then like go in on him? Like obviously I don't know how you would do it. Like, you know what I'm saying, punch his arm out the way, then like go in like that. Like instead of like slipping his fist and then coming up, can you like punch his arm out the way and like do this and then go like that, or is that against the rules?
Meant opponents rarely got the chance to land clean.
Like, you see how bro arm right here? Like how his jab out and shit? Like, obviously, if you punch the shot the way, he gonna let that motherfucking right go. Like, I know that. But I'm just saying, like, say he didn't let the right go. Let's just say he didn't. I don't know why he wouldn't, but let's just say he did. You punch his shit out the way right here. Like, you punch his shit right here, out the way, and then, you know, punch him in his shit. I feel like that would be a cool strategy if niggas didn't already think about it. Niggas probably done already thought about it.
Even when pressing forward. Pressure fighter. Pressure fighters win.
Who the fuck is editing this video, bruh? It goes fast and it goes slow, then it fucking chops up.
By steadily advancing and forcing opponents backward. Unlike swarmers, who rely on speed and non-stop volume, pressure fighters use controlled footwork, strong defense, and consistent punch output to close distance without rushing. Their objective is to keep opponents on the defensive.
Oh, wait, yeah. Ain't that motherfucking... What's that shit called? What's that shit called right up in there? That's that liver shot, ain't it? Hit that nigga straight in his fucking liver right there.
Wear them down over rounds and break their rhythm until mistakes appear. This style demands patience.
Oh, what the fuck? Are they boxing? They must be kickboxing. He sure did kick that nigga in his
Conditioning and the ability to cut off the ring effectively. Gennady Golovkin is one of the...
I ain't never heard of him. He looked dangerous.
Clearest examples of a pressure fighter. He used a powerful jab not only to score, but to control distance and guide opponents into corners.
Anything except grab them?
Once an opponent's movement was restricted, Golovkin followed with heavy combinations to head and body, applying steady pressure until resistance faded. His durability and balance allowed him to continue advancing regardless of what was coming back. Dmitry Bivol demonstrates a more modern version of pressure. He advances behind tight defense, using subtle steps to close range and limit his opponent's movement.
Okay, no, I just seen it right there. That shit was clear as day right there. Oh yeah, I already know to the back of the head shit. I already know about that. But nah, you see how he stepped up on it right here? He put the
Tight defense,
shake on his ass.
using subtle steps to close
Look, he seasoned his ass up right there.
And limit his opponent's movement. Bivol maintains a high work rate without overcommitting, keeping opponents occupied.
Nigga, wait, when was this fight? Nigga, AutoZone is a sponsor? What the fuck? Is this the... Do AutoZone still sponsor shit? Cause I don't be seeing AutoZone, Hennessy, fucking Jurassic. Is that Jurassic Park?
Bivol maintains a high work rate without overcommitting, keeping opponents occupied and unable to mount sustained offense. His ability to control the pace of a fight while applying steady, calculated pressure shows how this style can neutralize even aggressive punchers. Spoiler. Spoilers win by disrupting rhythm and making fights uncomfortable.
Yo. Jake Paul got a motherfucking... a style? Like he got a stylist?
Comfortable. Instead of relying on clean technique or high output, they use clinching, awkward angles, and...
Oh yeah. No, that's every YouTube boxer then. Except for a few of them. Dean the Great is pretty good. I've seen some of Dean the Great's fights. He's pretty good. What other YouTube boxers are there? He really the only other one than like the obvious niggas that I know.
Rough tactics to prevent opponents from fighting at their preferred pace. The strategy is to frustrate, slow the action, and neutralize advantages, even if it means sacrificing style for effectiveness. A spoiler's success comes from controlling tempo and limiting exchanges, forcing the fight to be decided on their terms. Sean Porter is a clear example of this approach. His aggressive, mauling style often involved rushing forward, crowding space, and tying up
like that nigga only throw heavies.
Decided on their terms. Sean Porter is a clear example of this approach. His aggressive, mauling style.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm going home after that. Like, the second that nigga hit me in my shit right here, and my whole shit hit the ropes like that, hey, nigga, I'm doing this. I'm like, hey, ref, call it out, bro. Call it out. I'm going home, bro. Fuck this. Like, that nigga hit me too hard, man. Fuck that. I'm going home.
Often involved rushing forward, crowding space, and tying up opponents on the inside. Porter's superior boxing skills, his pressure and constant clinching made clean exchanges nearly impossible.
Oh, I know I seen this fight from somewhere. Look at the fucking ref. Yo, nah, what's this nigga's name, bro? I want to look up fucking reactions of him like in the ring, like while the fighters are fighting, because that nigga be having the best reactions, bro. I knew I seen this fight from somewhere. It's this nigga.
His pressure and constant clinching made clean exchanges nearly impossible, turning fights into battles of endurance. Devin Haney has also been criticized for using elements of the spoiler style. While technically skilled, he frequently disrupts attacks by clinching when opponents get close. By holding and resetting the action, Haney limits their ability to build momentum. Combined with a strong jab at distance, this tactic allows him to control fights while minimizing risks.
Is that a good tactic or is that pussy tactic, Chad? Like getting in the clinch on purpose? Because don't you only clinch whenever you tired and shit? Like, is that pussy tactic?
His reliance on these spoiling tactics has become a defining feature.
Did Devin Haney beat him? Or did Ryan beat Devin? I don't remember.
Of his recent performances. Slickster. Slicksters rely on reflexes, speed, and unorthodox movement to outclass opponents. Unlike defensive specialists who depend on structure and positioning, slicksters often rely on natural athleticism and instincts. They use flashy counters, quick head movement, and unpredictable angles to make opponents miss.
Did that nigga whole mouth guard come out? Shit.
Landing eye-catching shots of their own. The style is difficult to prepare for because it thrives on improvisation rather than textbook fundamentals. Roy Jones Jr. is one of the most famous slicksters in boxing history. He fought with his hands low, relying on his reflexes to avoid punches
That nigga gave him a why order.
and counter with explosive speed. Jones used feints, sudden shifts in stance,
Hold on, what the fuck did I just see?
explosive speed.
No, because this nigga was
Jones
over here.
used feints.
And then he went over there. Did he hit that nigga?
Avoid
That's why he
punches
went down?
and counter with explosive speed.
Hold up.
Jones used
Boom.
feints, sudden
Oh yeah, he hit that nigga. This nigga threw a punch and then he just fell, bro.
shifts in stance.
Oh yeah. It looked like you punched him in the throat right there, though.
And unorthodox combinations that left opponents unbalanced and unable to adjust. His success
He hit him with the wind up, bro. What the fuck?
came from breaking traditional rules and using raw athletic ability to dominate opponents who were more technically conventional. Teofimo Lopez carries this style into the modern era. He mixes sharp reflexes with sudden, powerful counters, often using head movement to bait attacks before firing back with hooks or uppercuts.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's probably no worse feeling than losing to a nigga that you know is just better than you. Like, if you lose off, like, points or, like, technicality or something like that, or you just get knocked out, you can't really say nothing. But, like, it's probably a different type of anger where you just get outclassed, like, completely. Oh, my God, bro. That shit got
His win over Vasily Lomachenko highlighted his ability to offset elite technical skill with speed and timing. Ryan Garcia demonstrates a similar approach, using hand speed and explosive left hooks to capitalize on small openings. His reliance on reflexes and fast counters fits squarely within the slickster archetype. Showmen. Showmen use entertainment and charisma as central parts
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was one of these goofball ass type niggas be going in. These niggas
parts
be
of their
funny,
style. Beyond technique, they rely on theatrics, confidence, and psychological warfare to unsettle opponents and capture attention. This can take the form of flashy entrances, taunts during the fight, or exaggerated defensive maneuvers that frustrate an opponent. The effectiveness of the showman style comes not only from skill, but from forcing fights to be contested on a stage where distraction and spectacle matter as much as clean punches. Tyson Fury is the most prominent modern example. At heavyweight, he combines boxing ability with an unpredictable personality that affects opponents before the opening bell. Fury's ring entrances, constant movement, and willingness to switch tactics mid-fight create an atmosphere of unpredictability. He uses feints, trash talk, and showmanship to break focus, making fighters more likely to commit mistakes he can exploit with counters. Prince Naseem Hamed exemplified the showman.
That's the most badass name I think I ever heard, bro. Prince Naseem Hamed. Nigga, I gotta hear that shit again. Nah, bro. That nigga may have the most badass name on the planet. I swear to God.
To commit mistakes he can exploit with counters. Prince Nassim Hamed.
You can't come up with a name more fire than that. I'm sorry. That
exemplified the showman archetype in the lighter divisions. Known for acrobatic ring walks and flamboyant antics, he brought attention to himself before throwing a single punch. In the ring, he relied on unorthodox angles, hands-down defense, and sudden knockout power, often taunting opponents while dodging their shots. His ability to blend entertainment with effectiveness made him one of the most memorable performers in modern boxing. Slick technician. Slick technicians rely on precision, efficiency, and control rather than risk or raw aggression. Their style is built on fundamentals: tight defense, sharp jabs, and constant adjustments to maintain the advantage. They aim to win rounds cleanly by landing accurate punches while avoiding unnecessary exchanges. Slick technicians rarely get drawn into brawls. Instead, they focus on dictating tempo and positioning, so every moment of the fight unfolds on their terms. Shakur Stevenson is one of the clearest modern examples. His defense and timing make him extremely difficult to hit cleanly. Stevenson uses footwork to maintain distance, punishing opponents with jabs and straight counters whenever they try to close the gap. His economical punch selection ensures that he lands at a high rate while exposing himself to minimal risk. This disciplined approach allows him to control fights from start to finish without relying on knockout power. Alexander Usyk applies the slick technician style at heavyweight.
Yeah, I was finna say, I feel like having knockout power ain't really even that useful sometimes. Because if you can't hit the motherfucker, then knockout power don't do shit. You feel me? Like, I feel like having the better tech is just... Can't you win off just getting hits? Like, just hitting the nigga in general? Can't you win off points?
He uses constant feints, angles, and quick technicians.
Damn. He mashed that nigga shit. What the fuck? Hey, don't never fight a nigga with a gap. I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all don't take any advice from me ever, do not fight ugly niggas. Ugly niggas will whoop your fucking ass. Like, they don't got nothing to lose, bro. Like, niggas with gaps, niggas with unibrows, don't fight nobody with a facial deformity. Deformity? Facial obstruction. Yeah, obstruction. Don't fight nobody with that type of shit, bro. Like, they got a crooked nose, nigga, don't fight them. One of their ears bit off, nigga, don't fight them.
Heavyweight. He uses constant feints, angles, and quick footwork to outmaneuver larger opponents. Usyk's ability to throw combinations from unexpected positions while staying defensively responsible makes him unique in the division. Against power punchers, he neutralizes their offense by never being in the same place twice, relying on timing and skill rather than size or strength.
Damn, bro, ain't even give me a motherfucking outro, nigga. Yeah, hey, make sure, hey, y'all on YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe to Issa Incorporated, you feel me? Make sure y'all like, follow, share, you know what I'm saying, and all that other stuff. Send it to your grandma, nigga.